Hi, my name is Erin Woods and I'm a compassionate entrepreneur with Trades of Hope. Just wanted to say thank you so much for attending the Legacy event this week, and I wanted to share this video with you about some of the common concerns that I hear all the time from women who are wanting to be a part of Trades of Hope and wanting to be compassionate entrepreneurs, but having some apprehensions and having some concerns. And I can assure you that all of these things are things that I felt, and they are things that literally every woman who I've ever sponsored has felt. So let's just address the elephant in the room. We all have the same concerns, and that's okay. 4 years later, all of those things that I was worried about have all worked out fine. So there is a little bit of a feeling of risk and an element of trust involved, but that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. But it's also an amazing leap of faith to take and to see where the journey can take you. So a couple of things that people are pretty concerned about right out of the gate. So I've never heard a compassionate entrepreneur join, or a woman who's interested in joining, say, I'm so good at sales, I'm the most amazing salesperson, and I'm totally comfortable with selling things. I've never heard anybody say that ever. The usual thing that I hear is people saying, well, I can't sell anything, or selling makes me nervous, or I'm not a salesperson. Or even like how I felt, like I don't like sales. Like I actually had like a really negative perspective of it, and didn't think that I would be good at it. I can tell you that I have discovered a couple of different things. First of all, Trades of Hope is about being a storyteller. You know, I was an English teacher. I think that's part of why I was drawn to Trades of Hope, is that there was a lot more going on than just talking about a product. I could talk about a person, I could talk about a story of triumph and hope and redemption, and I could look at a piece of jewelry not as something that I'm trying to sell to make money for myself, or even, you know, all of those icky things that I didn't like about sales, but I can talk about and share about this product, and in selling that product and doing my best of sharing about that artisan story, I'm representing her and I'm helping to make her life better. That's awesome. That doesn't feel icky or salesy to me at all. It feels quite lovely and quite wonderful, and I actually I'm almost like addicted to telling stories about our artisans. Anytime somebody, you know, wants to know more, or even if I don't know the story, I'm gonna go find out. So can you tell a story? Do you get excited about helping people and sharing, you know, when you look at a bracelet or a bag or a scarf, do you get excited about what that piece represents? And can you talk about that? That's what we do as compassionate entrepreneurs. Something else that I hear a lot is about like being nervous about getting in front of people, or, you know, that like I'm a total introvert and I don't know if I can do the party thing. Okay, I am a total and complete introvert. Despite what you might think, I was very comfortable in my little bubble before I started with Trades of Hope. I was, you know, I'd been in the same school for 10 years. I literally sat next to the same person every day at lunch. We had the same conversations. I was very comfortable in my safe world. I didn't need new friends. I had completely forgotten how to make friends. I didn't enjoy small talk. I didn't like social situations. My husband is a total extrovert. He gets totally energized by people and parties and being around people. I just want to like crawl in a hole and cover myself with a blanket, and I get very drained from being around people. So you're like, okay, well then how did you do this? Well, a couple of things. I stretched myself, definitely did things that were hard, realized that I was lacking in some skills like talking to people one-on-one, building relationships, being a good listener, asking good questions. You know, I would pull up to a house to get out and like to do a party, and I would just sit in my car and not want to get out. That's how real my uncomfortableness was. But because it's not just a product that I'm selling, it's about a person that I am in partnership with, I can do the hard things. I can push myself. I can say, you know what? My life is good, and I have this chance to represent this mother in Haiti or in Guatemala or in Costa Rica or wherever. I have a chance to get out of my car and go into this house and share her story with women who are waiting. And even if it's hard for me, I get to do that. I have the privilege to do that. I have the opportunity to do that. and I've made a commitment. And so I do things that are hard. And you know what the wonderful thing about that is you actually start to get better at them and they get less hard. There's still so many things that make me uncomfortable, and I still have to regroup and get my energy, and be alone and put the covers over my head sometimes. But doing this work is so energizing, and so even though it's so in contradiction to how I'm created and what makes me comfortable, I'm able to do it and push myself and grow through those things. So do you want to grow tremendously in those things that make you uncomfortable? Then be a compassionate entrepreneur. It's amazing. And don't worry if you're a total introvert. Everybody is. And we all have nervousness and uncomfortableness, but we can do it because of the artisans, because of our artisan partner. Something else that people are always worried about, no matter what it is time. If only there was more time. I always say, if only I didn't have to sleep. But we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same 86,400 seconds in the day. But it's really not about, it's never about fitting it in, because if you try to do that, you're never going to fit things in. You just have to make the time. And I know that sounds crazy, because how do you make time? Well, when it's something that you love and it's something that's important to you, you will make time and it will work. When I started with Trades of Hope, I was working my business during nap time. I had an 8-month-old and a toddler. So when they went down for naps, I had 30 minutes to spend making some phone calls, watching a training video, whatever it was that I needed to do for my business that day. I did it for 30 minutes, and then, everybody woke up, or I did some laundry, or, whatever. I still work my business every single day. That's the key. When you work something every single day, when you touch it for 20, 30 minutes, whatever you've got to create for your Trades of Hope business, you will see your business grow. What happens is when you're like, I don't have any time, and you don't make any time for it. You don't make 20 minutes to touch your business, to watch a training video, to make a couple of phone calls. Then you get to the end of that week or the end of 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, I have so much to do for Trades of Hope. And then you're like, I'm overwhelmed. Don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. You will become frustrated. You will become overwhelmed. Touch your business every day. Create a daily discipline where, you're doing small things with great love to impact the world. Make that your mission time, whatever it is. 20 to 30 minutes a day, and you can grow a business. Do you have 20 to 30 minutes a day to commit to this? Then you can be a compassionate entrepreneur. It's not an overwhelming amount of time. Even as far down the road as I am, and as many parties as I have done, I never get stressed or worried about it, because I touch my business every single day. So if you can do that, then you can be a compassionate entrepreneur. And it's kind of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym once a month, you're not going to see any results. And every time you go back, you're going to be frustrated. But if you go to the gym, even if you just go out and walk around your block for 20 minutes a day, if you did that every single day, you would see results. You would be healthier. You would be a happy, content, fit person. So your business can be happy and content and fit if you work it 20 to 30 minutes a day. And then the other thing that sometimes people are worried about is the support thing. I'm nervous to get started. How am I going to do this? I can tell you, first of all, your support from Trades of Hope is going to be tremendous. You're going to have your sponsor, you're going to have the leaders in her group, you're going to have me, you're going to have the home office, the customer service team, all supporting you. We've got Facebook communities where you can ask questions and connect with people, Facebook party resources, online resources. The app is tremendous. It's all of the training right at your fingertips. Tons of support from Trades of Hope. Some people get worried about customers and support from friends and family. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you're worried about your friends and family not supporting you, you're probably right. Friends and family are probably the least supportive of any business that anybody could start. And that's not mean, it's just kind of true. When I started, I didn't tell my friends and family what I was doing. I kept it a secret, and really sought out customers. And it took a little bit of time, but I met a lady, and she was interested in Trades of Hope, and she hosted a party for me. And it really just takes one person that's kind of outside of your inner circle hosting a party with you. And then I booked 2 or 3 parties from her party, and I had a business, and then it started to grow, and then I met more women. Now I get to a party. I'm doing a party with a lady that, you know, I ring her doorbell. I can't even remember what she looks like. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's Tanya. And I remember I met Tanya at Kelly's party, and Kelly at Sarah's party, and Sarah at Maggie's party, and Maggie at Judy's party. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And that can happen if you believe that there are hundreds and hundreds of women out there that you've never met that want to host parties with you. So you have to believe that. You have to not worry about your friends and family. You have to seek out that first new hostess, and don't even worry about, you know, friends and family, and just trust the process. You'll do great. Just have fun. This is a wonderful, incredibly rewarding thing that we are doing with Trades of Hope, and we want you to be a part of it if it's a good fit. So consider those things. Talk about the person, you know, with the person that invited you about any concerns that you have beyond those. And I hope that you'll join us. We're changing the world, and we want you to change it with us. Thanks.